G'day, I'm Tim Thompson. Today I have the privilege of showing you what might be the ultimate Truckies hitch that you can do with a rope to tie down a load. I want to make a big shout out to Phil Fairing and Alan Upton, both of who independently showed me this knot and a little trick at the end that makes it a super strong load tying device. At the end of this video, there's an opportunity for you to get involved in an upcoming fencing video. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video today and take advantage of this incredible opportunity. Don't forget, if you like this video, please hit the little subscribe button down there, give it a thumbs up, check out timthompsonmedia.com.au for heaps of curated content and lots more stuff like this. As usual with this knot, I'm going to start on the driver's side of the vehicle, and that means that the complex part of the knot is performed away from traffic. So we've coiled our rope properly. If you don't know how to coil a rope properly, there's a little link in the top of the video frame right now. Have a look at how to do a gasket loop. We just simply throw the rope over the top of the load, leaving a little bit hanging down the side. We're going to now tie off our clove hitch and a half. Now this is what we're going to end up with on the passenger side or the non-traffic side of the vehicle. We're going to end up with a block and tackle style system in your rope that takes up all your excess and puts so much force on this rope it can actually break the rope. So to tie this rope knot, we're not going to go around the load rail at all. We're actually going to start the knot up here and finish the knot before we even touch the load rail, which is an advantage if you're working in the middle of the rope and you've got an extra long rope that you want to throw over and do another hitch on the other side of the tray in the same rope. For the first part of this knot, we're just going to put an S-bend in the rope, about a 4 arms length long, up as high on the load as we possibly can. So all I then have to do is put this loop that I've made over the standing part of the rope. I then twist the standing part of the rope over it once, and then this is the important bit, I have to twist behind my first loop the second time. The second loop must go behind the first loop, otherwise the rope knot won't work. I now have a hitching point to pull on and tighten up my load. I still don't have the rope attached to the load rail at all. The next part of this knot is just simply taking this loose rope, passing it around the load rail and putting a little loop through the hitch. Let's do that now. So we can use up all of our excess rope with this knot and increase the pull strength of the knot as we do it. All we have to do now is pull the rope around the load rail and put a small loop through the hitch. At this point, we just want to tighten it up and make sure that we get any slack out of the rope, just so that it's reasonably tight. We then have more excess rope that's already turned around the load rail for us. So we just bring that up, put another loop through that first loop that we made, pull that down, get it reasonably tight. Lastly but not least, we'll go around the load rail one more time, pull that rope up and pass it through the loop. What I've now done, for anyone who has any knowledge about pulleys, is I've set up a pulley system, 1, 2, 3. So I have tripled my pull strength on this rope. You have to actually be careful, Alan tells me. If you put too many of these into the rope, you'll actually snap it off the load. I then pull down on the rope nice and tight, and the rope tightens up beautifully. So now I've used up all my excess rope, building a block and tackle system to create even more pressure on the load and secure it even better. All there is left to do is finish this off now with a clove hitch and a half, and the job's done. I'm sure that this knot will save you hours of time, give you much better secured loads, and it allows you to tie a Truckies hitch in the middle of a rope. So if you've got an extremely long rope, you can tie one in the middle and one at the other end without having to go over the load rail and waste time. I just want to express a huge thanks to both Alan Upton and Phil Fairing for taking the time to show me this rope knot, and for Alan to take the time to teach an old dog new tricks. This is a wonderful load restraint system, and I hope that you get plenty of service out of it. Now, I've got great news for you. I recently caught up with Paul from White's Rural, one of the largest wire manufacturers in Australia, and they've offered my viewers the opportunity to ask them questions that they've always wanted to ask about wire. So let's flash over to my meeting with Paul and find out what the upcoming project is that you can get involved in. I've had a lot of questions about wire over the last year or so, and about specific uses for wire and straining tensions and all sorts of things. Now, I suppose I've got to admit, I've taken the cheats way out, and I've always said to people, refer to the manufacturer's specifications, because I don't want to be blamed for something going wrong. So I'm very excited to have with me today Paul from White's Rural. Now, Paul, a large part of your business is actually manufacturing wire. You're an Australian wire manufacturer?
Yeah, we manufacture in Albury our fence wire, our fabricated fencing, our gates, and wall ties and other products.
Okay, beautiful. And you're a fairly large Australian company. You've got a fair market share in Australia here.
Yeah, we've got warehouses in each state, so we distribute and sell to all parts of Australia.
So you not only make wire, you've also got a whole string of other products. So you've got your XL posts, you've got your stock posts, and you've got all sorts of other things that you sell in the rural landscape. But what's exciting me tremendously is that you actually have metallurgists on staff. You guys know your wire and you know exactly what wire to use where. And I'm thinking we might be able to answer a few of the viewers' questions over the next couple of weeks. We could actually get on the blower and have a chat to a few of these guys that you've got on staff, and we can actually ask the viewers out there for their most requested questions, and we might come up with like a top 5 list for your amazing staff.
Sounds like a great idea, Tim. Yep. No, we can hopefully give the right advice and help people to be better fencers and understand the product better.
That's awesome, and I'm sure I'm going to learn heaps from this. So I really appreciate the time that Whites are sinking in to my little channel and this little project and helping us all learn how to be better fencers, better farmers, and enjoy the rural life a little bit more. So
great stuff, Tim.
That's awesome, mate. I really appreciate it. So I know a lot of you guys out there will have lots of questions like, when should I use high tensile wire? When is medium tensile better to use? Does soft wire actually still have a role to play in agricultural production? When's it best used? I know I've had questions from people in North America about straining their wires with the harsh winters. How tight should they go? Should there be any variation on the manufacturer's recommendations? So I'm thinking we can ask all those sorts of questions of people that actually know what they're talking about, and then we can all learn. So get in the comments section now, put in your questions. We'll curate those questions over the next couple of weeks, and in a short period of time, we're going to come out with a video where we get on the blower with Whites, we have a chat about wires, when you should use them, how you should use them, and what you should use them for based on your questions. I'm really excited about this.
Sounds great, Tim.
And then maybe as part of those videos, we can start putting this amazing gear that you've donated to the channel today to use. So thank you very much for your generosity, mate. And hopefully we can make some good videos and do a lot of learning. Don't forget, guys, if you like this video and you like other videos on the channel, please do hit the little subscribe button down there. Give it a thumbs up. You've got no idea how much that helps the channel. And get onto the website, timthompsonmedia.com.au, for curated content, blogs and more.